Hello and welcome to Mana Break. My name is Johnny.
And I'm Danny.
We have a brand new podcast. This is the first episode of Mana Break, and this is also a Halloween special.
Yeah, so do you want to listen to it, Johnny?
Yeah, it's a terrific idea.
All right, everyone be quiet. Shh.
Shh.
Okay. You first.
No, you knock on the door.
Okay. Trick or treat.
Yeah.
Trick or treat!
Welcome to the Halloween episode.
Will you, Danny, start with a self-experience story? We have some stories to debate on and try to cover up in this episode.
Yeah, I have a story, like some strange thing that happened once. It was in our bedroom. We had this Christmas light, and it was hanging
In front of the window.
Yeah, in front of the window. That's correct. How do you know that?
Because you have told me.
Oh, I've told you before. Oh, okay, so this is like a, a repetition for you, but it's
Not for our listeners.
No, it's a new story for them. Okay. We had some Christmas lights hanging from the window. Not really out from the window.
Out from the window?
No.
I thought they were inside. You're living on the third floor and they're hanging out to the grass?
Yeah.
Down on the cars?
Yeah. Yeah, they were blinking. Blinking like a waterfall from our window. No, it wasn't. All right, so we had some Christmas. we had wait. Okay, I'm beginning again. We had some Christmas lights hanging in the window. It was like instead of a curtain, and we actually had them up for several months.
Oh, did you?
Yeah.
Oh my god! When did you start? In August or something?
No, we started.
You mean on the other side around? From the December to...
Yeah, from right before Christmas and then to March or something.
Okay.
I don't know. And also the Christmas tree and
Alright.
everything. Yeah,
Like
we're
to
a bit
celebrate.
lazy to take down and everything. But anyway, the scary thing about the Christmas lights was one night the Christmas lights were hanging down.
Hanging
as
down?
always. As always.
Very strange thing.
Yeah. One night I went to bed and suddenly the lights turned on.
The lights turned on.
Yeah.
And you didn't go near the lights or you did step on something that...
No, the thing was that it's automatically on when it's plugged in the wall. It wasn't plugged in. And it just lit up and then it faded away like really fast. Like for a couple of seconds they were light and then
it faded.
Yes.
Was it one or several times that was? I didn't remember that.
Yeah, it was
was
several times, and I went to check, and the plug wasn't in the wall.
That's very strange.
So I called my wife, and she came, and it didn't happen when she looked.
But when she looked away, it happened, or what?
Yeah, the thing was that she turned to me and she said, "No, I didn't see anything," and then right behind her back, it just turned on again.
So you did see
and I
it.
just, look at and I
it.
just, look at that, look.
Ah.
And
Oh,
and she turned around, and then it had already faded again.
that's very, very spooky.
Yeah, I don't know, how could it...
Did she ever see it flash like it?
Yeah, the thing is, when she went to bed, we're laying there, and then suddenly, again, it
When it's all dark in the
just
room
lit up. Yeah,
and you're preparing to sleep and it flash.
yeah, like, strongly. Like, not the really, really small light, but it was like...
Strong
woo!
flashlight.
Yeah.
Strange, very, very strange. I don't understand what it could be physically, or
No, I don't
if
know.
it was some electricity in the cords or something, but I do not think it should have all that power in it.
Yeah, I had
do something like
I
that.
had some strange idea because it was raining at the time when it happened.
Okay.
So I was thinking that perhaps the raindrops made friction against the glass to
To
create.
generate electricity.
Yeah.
Like a little power plant window.
Yeah, exactly.
All right.
Yeah, so it was like really strange. I don't know why, but
Really.
I don't know. Could it have been some ghost that made the...
Power, electricity power or something.
Yeah, I don't know.
It came in touch with the window and yeah,
Yeah, some spirit
maybe.
that was whirling around
and
the
explain
cables.
the
And,
phenomena.
yeah, I
Did
think
that
it is.
ever happened again? Was this last winter,
Yeah, it could
2012?
have been last winter.
2013 here in the winter?
No, 2 years ago.
2 years ago.
Yeah.
All right. Mm.
Yeah. So, did any of our listeners have any electricity problem at that time?
And
Or was
with
it just me?
the cords and the contacts is out,
Yeah.
then you can give us an email.
Yeah.
Because we are interested in your story too. And if you have an explanation to this phenomenon.
Yeah.
Shall we go ahead?
Yes, I have actually, I'm not really finished. In the same period of time, like for a few months, we also had some other strange things
Issues.
happen.
Okay.
Like once I was brushing my teeth in front of the bathroom mirror, and all of a sudden, like a bowl for foot baths, it was standing on a shelf behind me in the bathroom. And suddenly when I'm brushing my teeth, it's like if some force is just throwing it from the shelf and
Towards
towards the other side of the room.
where you stand.
Yeah.
At you.
No,
Did you feel anything? Or
No, it didn't hit me. It just came down right beside me. So it was like if someone just pushed it, like, like,
Oh.
like some,
And it fell on the ground.
yeah, like
And you
a
did,
poltergeist.
Pick it up and stand.
Yeah, of course.
Very
It's not
strange.
still laying on the floor.
Of course you did pick it up, but it physically was there. It was not something that you did see in the mirror only, because when you
no.
see it on the ground, you did see it really.
No, it really happened. Yeah.
Hello, this is Johnny. We have a special guest here tonight, and he will introduce himself.
Hello, my name is Claude. I'm a French vampire.
Welcome, Cloud, to the show. I have a question for you.
Merci beaucoup, merci beaucoup.
Okay, I don't know how long I will last in this interview because the Claude has a secret, and it's not a very nice secret for me personally to interview this guy. He will tell us. If you want, you can tell us, Claude. Are you ready for it?
Well, my little secret is I like to suck the blood from snake because it is my type of food, as you could guess when I introduce myself as a French vampire. My name is Claude, Blood Claude.
Blood Claude.
and,
I forgot that Claude. Blood Claude. Sorry. I understand that I must keep very in a good status to you before. If I not do that, my health is on a risky line here.
You could say that, of course.
Where are you living?
I'm
Claude?
living in a cave southwest of Marseille in France.
In the ocean?
Of course not.
Okay.
Silly person. No, 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 no. I live in the cave.
In the cave.
It is in a little island called Blood Skull Island.
Blood Skull Island. Oh, that sounds very creepy to me, but very good for you, I guess. But I think I know where the name is
Surprisingly
coming
high
from.
living standards, I must say.
Oh, what do you live on? What do you eat for regular days?
Well, I start out the breakfast with a little glass of blood.
Blood. And later on in the day?
Then I have another glass of blood, of course.
All right, it's like
Yeah.
that. All right, yeah. The glass of blood is coming from somewhere. Do you have a hospital nearby, or what do you get the blood from? Are it the goats on the island, the mysterious goat island with the skulls, or what?
Actually, there are some farmers living in Marseille. I like to visit the farmer and beat his neck and drain him in blood. But the problem is some farmer eat too much garlic, so it makes me sick, actually.
Oh, that must be a very big problem for you, Claude, to have all this garlic all around when you try to visit the farmers.
Of course, it's a big problem.
And how did you end up to be interviewed here in Sweden? You have traveled a very long way, and can you tell us something about your travel? Because I understand that you have traveled on foot all this way. How did that go?
That is actually wrong. I was on a train. It is called SJ. And I had my coffin in the one of the what you call it, where you put your bags over the seats.
Yeah, it's a hattylla
Yeah, that's probably correct.
on the Swedish tongue, I propose. But for our listeners that don't understand what SJ is for something, I can inform that it's the government owned railroad system here in Sweden. Did they take you all the way from Marseille to Sweden? Because that would be a problem.
Well, there was some elf that helped me to move my coffin.
Ah, elves. All right. And did you eat them after that?
Well, actually, I have one here. He's a bit, how to say, dead. But he doesn't move very much, you might say.
He's chilling.
Yeah, he's chilling out here. It is
All right.
correct.
Drained on blood.
Mostly, yes.
Okay. I will very well. Thank you very much, sir, for this interview. And do you have something you want to add to our listeners while they have the chance?
I have very sharp fangs.
You have very sharp
Fangs.
fangs. Ooh. Do you have colorful fangs too? Do you put different color on them?
Of course not, silly person.
Okay. Oh, I shall not be so silly to you. All right. I will thank you very much for your time and efforts to take you to Sweden. And I understand you have a busy schedule to visit the Swedish farmers.
That is correct, because the Swedish farmer don't eat so much garlic. So I'm hoping to have a very pleasant stay.
I hope so too. Thank you for your time.
Merci, merci.
You have some stories, Danny, about decapitations. Do you wanna share this story?
Yeah, I just have a scary story. I don't remember where I got it from. It's nothing that I have thankfully lived through myself.
It's not a self-experience thing.
No, not a self-experienced
Plop,
decapitation.
shoop. Okay.
No, it was a story. It doesn't matter where it came from.
No.
I can't remember. But it was two guys. They were out driving and they had a car accident.
A car accident.
A car accident. I don't know if they hit something that went inside the car or something.
Something that went into the car.
Yeah, I don't know. It could have been a road sign or whatever. But
Okay.
it ended up with one of them losing their head.
Oh.
And the scary thing is, of course, it's scary to lose one's head, but he looked at his friend's severed head, and the head was like the guy knew that it has happened.
Oh,
Like
my.
he was living for maybe 30 seconds without the body.
Oh, how shit! That is creepy.
That is creepy.
Oh my god.
So he was like, his eyes just widened and his mouth just opened a bit, like,
Oh, is
so,
it
yeah.
real?
So he was looking like, oh my god, I'm not connected to my body anymore. I'm just lying here
Oh my.
on the dashboard or whatever.
That's creepy.
That's really creepy.
I have heard about decapitations in the past. In the medieval times, it was quite common, like a punishment if you have done something wrong. And I have heard about guillotines and stuff.
Yeah.
In that moment, when the head is chopped off, stories has gone about that the people and the person that has been decapitated. Oh, shall not joke about it. Is lying on the ground and can perfectly see and look as it follows persons that see it in the little basket. It's very, very. Oh, it's very nasty.
I have a question for you.
Yes.
If you were on a plane and it crashed somewhere in some really far away place, there was no food around, and have you seen the movie Alive?
No, I haven't.
Oh, really? It's about some people, and it's actually a true story, the movie Alive. And it's about some sports team, I think, that they're on a plane in South America, and they crash into a mountain, and some of them die.
And some of them survived.
Yeah, some of them
I
survive.
think I've heard of it.
Yeah, and they have no food and no.
The water.
Well, yeah, they have snow, I guess. They melt that and drink it, but anyway, they eat what little supplies was left on the plane, but it's of course not enough, and they're on the mountain and they're waiting to get rescued. But the days go on, and no one is coming for them because they couldn't find them for real. They didn't know where they crashed and
Where to look.
yeah, so it was very difficult to find. They started to eat the dead people. They were like frozen in the snow, and they started cutting away parts and eating it. But it was very, very difficult to do it. And actually, one of those guys that were on the plane came to my hometown. And he said that it was so difficult
To make that decision.
yeah, he had to force himself to cut the knife in his dead friend. So it was like he thought that he's going to do it. Like the brain said, lift your arm and cut. But the the arm didn't respond. No.
Okay.
Exactly. So, and then after he had managed to cut a piece of meat, and the next step was to put it in his mouth.
Did they have some sort of campfire they could lit up?
It was a long time since I saw the movie, so I don't remember what they actually did. If they had some means to make a fire, or if they had to eat it raw or frozen.
Oh.
Of course,
It was for the meaning of surviving.
Yeah.
What do you do, really? If I could do it, I can't understand. I don't know. It's easy to say here, sitting here and talk about it. But are you out in the snow plains and crashed with an airplane? I don't know. You have no idea what person you become to survive. Maybe the force is so strong, so no idea, really.
it's not an easy decision. I don't know, but I think that most people would do what he did.
Yeah.
I have asked other people this question, and most of them say they would do it. But some people said it's impossible to answer now because you
I
don't
think
know.
so. I think it's impossible to answer now. But I also think that you say when you are in that situation, you become someone else. And that person is the person that wants to be alive.
I think you can be so hungry that yourself disappears and you are only hunger. Like nothing else matters. It's just
Nothing can stop you.
no. But it's a survival instinct. I don't think we can think away. But not only people, of course. It's also animals. Me and a friend, when I was small, we collected spiders from the garage at my place, and we put them in a box, a plastic box that you could see through, and we put some grass and some small sticks.
For them.
Yeah, and then we collected a lot of spiders and put them in there.
All right. And what did you do with them?
Well, we kept them in that box for, I don't know, a week maybe or something.
Oh.
And when we looked in the box later, we found that there was only a few spiders left. So they had actually eaten each other. So I guess they were so hungry that they fought to the death. I don't know how often spiders need to eat. Maybe it was just that they were too many in the same place, so they just wanted to kill each other because of that. Or maybe because spider females eat
The males.
after they have had sex. I don't know what was it.
After they breed.
Bread, perhaps, yes. Whatever spiders do.
Yeah. I remember a story about when I ate.
A spider?
No, not a spider. I ate ants. Really.
Ants?
Ants.
Alright. Were you small?
Yeah, very small. Me and a friend did ate ants on his home street. It was like that we had some water with us that we poured out on the asphalt on the street. It was some trees, like 4 or 5 trees in a row. And it was always many ants there. And we poured out little water. I didn't know why we did do that, because we want to lure up them to the surface, more of them. Maybe it worked. I think it worked, because there were many more after that. Some experiment when you are little. Then we started to point down our finger on the ground, and some ants did crawl up, and we took the finger about so. And when I had it in the mouth, it was so strange because it did feel like, oh, it's wandering around in my
Oh no!
So I took the tongue and pressed it up, and so it smacked, and then I gloop. But it's a small, tiny.
So they were
ants.
running around in your mouth.
A little while, 1 second or so, when I understand what they did do, they are wandering on my teeth.
Oh, why did you do it?
Because we triggered each other to do it. I think,
my God.
Shall we not eat ants? Oh, it's a great idea.
Yeah, like Baloo in the
Yeah, like Baloo. But it's small ants. It was not the ants from the woods. It was very small.
Like black
ants.
or-
Yeah, I think they call that.
Mm.
So, it was an experience I can be without, I think. But now I'm with it, so.
Food that crawls around in your mouth. Have you heard about people eating squid in Japan?
Yeah.
You know, they like their food very fresh. So they take a live octopus or squid or whatever it's called. And they put it on the cutting board, and then they chop it like, and then because
Like snacks.
it's so recently killed that it still the arms moving around on the plate.
You mean that?
Yeah,
Oh,
and
it's scary.
they take the pieces and eat them. And they even suck at your tongue. You know?
Oh my God.
So they, yeah,
That's
pretty scary, isn't it?
yeah, it is very scary. It's frightening. Creepy. Also, I will kill it. I will kill it. I would not like to do that, I can tell you. Alright. I think we have some more creepy stuff.
Yeah.
About, bath salts, maybe?
Yeah, bath salts.
Bath salt.
I think it was like a couple of years ago, or was it 1 year ago? Do you remember
On the internet. Yeah, I
that
did
guy
remember.
who ate another man's face?
Yeah.
He had taken some drugs they called bath salts. I think it's like if people can't afford the real drugs, they
They go
have
for
some
cheaper, more dangerous stuff.
alternatives that's more dangerous, yes. And it makes them literally into zombies. I mean,
Like the movies.
yeah, they become like zombies because of these bath salts. Well, I there were more stories than the one with a man eating another man's face. Did you know that?
No.
There was also two other stories that I read about. The neighbors called to some place and the cops went there. And there was a man with a dog in his lap.
In his lap?
Yeah.
You mean apartment?
No, not flat. Lap. Like a laptop. As you put
A
on
dog
your
in
lap.
the laptop?
Yeah, he held a dog.
And stewed it in the laptop?
No. No.
You said in the laptop.
Oh, no.
Okay.
I mean lap, like in laptop.
Yeah, laptop.
No, he held a dog in his lap and the police came there. And he had actually, he had blood on his face and there was like hair hanging from his face, like dog hair.
Dog hair, alright.
And he was eating the dog that he held in his arms. So he was like,
Oh, shit.
yeah, so it's just like a zombie when the police came.
And what did the police do?
Arrest him?
For eating dog?
Yeah, but he was...
Code 45, eating dog here. Alright, it's
No,
a
but
very
he was
strange event.
obviously crazy. So this other occurrence, it was when I guess the neighbors called again, like always. It's the neighbors calling,
Yeah.
and
The neighbors with the bucket.
yeah, and they the bucket.
No, I didn't mean the bathroom incident.
Oh, the bathroom incident. And the police show up at an apartment, and there is a crazy man. It's just screaming, and he has a knife. And what do you think happens when the police come in to the room?
And the person screaming has a knife in hand.
Yeah.
I think the person have gone bananas. So is he maybe attacking the police?
No.
No?
Well, he is, but not with a knife.
With his teeth?
No.
Okay. What?
He takes the knife and stabs himself in the stomach.
Oh no!
Well, not really stabs himself. He cuts open his stomach
Oh my god!
and takes out his intestines and everything, like his guts, and use it as weapons against the police.
As a weapon!
Yeah, he cuts and then opens up and just takes things and he throws them at the police.
Oh my god!
Yeah.
Or is this real?
Yeah.
They must have gone totally scared about what is it happening. I don't understand.
Yeah. So it's such a drug that can make you that crazy.
So the person died, I guess.
I guess so. He took out his heart and threw it at the police.
No, you can't take out your own heart.
I don't know. I suppose you would live for a little while, not long while, maybe a couple of minutes. I don't know.
Maybe. Oh, that was very creepy.
Yeah.
So, Danny has recorded a ghost story earlier. So, let's listen to it.
I want to tell you a story about what my friend experienced one time. He told me this story some time ago, and it was when he was younger and his family had just moved into an apartment in Stockholm. One night, as he was lying on his side in bed, he could feel someone sitting down behind his back, pressing down the mattress. This happened a few times. And once he was sleeping on his back, he suddenly feel how someone is sitting down on him, pressing him down in the mattress, and making him unable to move. As far as he could see, no one was in the room. It was empty, just him and darkness. And he woke up one night as someone was stroking his forehead. And he heard a whisper. It was a whisper that said, "Do you think he knows we are here?" After this, he wouldn't sleep in the room anymore. He asked his mother to switch room with him, so she slept in the room for a night. She was lying on her back in the bed when suddenly she feels someone sitting down on her and pressing her down against the mattress. After that night, they changed the position of the bed, and after that, it never happened again. So my friend thinks that maybe an old man and woman, an old couple, had been living there, and they died there, and perhaps they came back as ghosts. Like they were wandering around in the apartment, and late at night they would go to bed, and that they had put the bed in the same position as the old couple had had their bed a long time ago. Do you think he knows we are here? If you have a story you want to share with us, please send it as an email to manabreakpodcast@gmail.com.
Thank you for listening to Mana Break. This podcast was produced by Danny and Johnny. Please like and subscribe.